Third stage of Gagne's hierarchy is motor chains. Now, as children move from class to class every year, we hope that their learning becomes a little more complex and complicated. So, at the start, when the child was related to only one stimulus and response, we now move the child through maybe two or more stimulus response connections because we want him to learn a more complex skill. And that is the basis of the hierarchy. It begins with simple, but it gets more complex as you move up. So from stage 1 to 3, from simple already leading into the complex, but start with two stimuli response connections. Don't jump to 3 and 4. When your child or the student is comfortable dealing with two stimuli response connections, you can move to 3 and then to 4 as the child moves up from grades 1 to 10 to 12. Hopefully, he picks up more complex skills that will be needed in the upper grades in order to survive and learn the complex information, the complex concepts, the complex skills that are a part of upper level education. But don't let the child take its own time. We must move the child from the simple to the complex. You can't wait forever. So take the child through it. Give enough practice with two stimuli response connections and then move to 3, then move to 4. But allow students the flexibility to learn and develop at their own rate. So some students in the class may be working at two multiple response systems, while some may be working at 3, and some might still be at 1. That is the variety that the teacher must deal with in the classroom. All your students all the time will not be working and doing things at the same level. That will never be a realistic expectation in any classroom. Students are different, students are unique, students will be different. Allow them to be different. They will be different in terms of the rates at which they can move from simple tasks to complex tasks. They will be different in terms of their potentials, their abilities, their capabilities of delivering what you as the teacher want them to deliver in your classroom. So just bear with them. As you increase the chain length from one link to two links to 3 to 4, just give time to the students that need a little more time to add another link to their stimulus response connections. The fourth stage then goes to verbal association. Now, as the child grows and matures, he is better at using language. And again, this is behavioral. The child learns more language and is ready to use that additional language which he has learned. So the child learns to associate and link two or more words and ideas. Ideas are in the mind, and all students have ideas. Ideas are unspoken words because they are in your mind. They are unspoken words, they are unwritten words. Unless you speak them or write them, nobody will know what your idea is. So when students have ideas, prompt them to tell you or to write them down before they forget what the idea is, and then they will learn to make the connections between words and ideas, between ideas, words, and actions. There's no sense just having an idea in your head and doing nothing about it. If that idea is to materialize, if that idea is to get out and perform and do something, you as the individual student will have to take the first step of letting someone know through words, oral or written, what that idea is, what that idea is, and how it helps connect with what you already know and what you want to know. Those are the key things. So this stage 5 becomes a little more complex because it connects. The idea in your head is the past. When you announce it, tell it, write it, it's the present. What happens with that is the future. So that connection between the past, present, and future makes the task a little more complex for students. You must let the student understand that past life, present life, and future life have a connection. We learn through all three. We learn through experiences of the past, we learn through what is happening in the present, and we try to learn from the future by making it better for us through the past and the present experiences that we have.